I pretended not to speak English for 6 months while undercover. The conversation I overheard in the ladies' room changed everything. When you are a 5'4" female detective assigned to infiltrate an international money laundering operation, you learn to use what others perceive as weaknesses to your advantage. For me, that meant becoming Bully Lin, a Chinese immigrant who barely spoke English but had connections to underground banking networks. The target was Horizon Imports, a seemingly legitimate business importing luxury goods that served as a front for washing millions in drug money. My mission: secure evidence against the owner, Victor Crane, a man who debated prosecution 3 times. For 6 months, I worked as a cleaner in their offices. 6 months of scrubbing toilets and emptying trash while wearing a wire. 6 months of pretending not to understand conversations happening around me. It's amazing what people will say when they think you can't understand them. Don't worry about the Chinese girl, I'd overheard Victor tell his associates once. She doesn't speak enough English to order coffee, let alone understand our business. That assumption was my greatest asset. I documented meeting times, photographed documents left in trash cans, and slowly built a case while being completely invisible to them. Then came the night that changed everything. I was cleaning the executive bathroom when 2 women entered Victor's wife, Laura, and his assistant, Melissa. I kept my head down, continuing to wipe mirrors as they touched up their makeup. Victor's getting nervous about the Miami shipment, Melissa said, applying lipstick. The feds are watching that port too closely. He always gets like this before a big move, Laura replied. Remember Singapore last year? Sand panic and everything went fine. I focused on appearing oblivious while mentally recording every word. It's different this time, Melissa lowered her voice. He's talking about using the charity. Laura froze. The Children's Foundation. He promised he'd never touch that. Those kids, it's just temporary. The money moves through, comes out clean, and no one's the wiser, except those medical supplies never get purchased, Laura snapped. Do you know how many children are waiting for those surgeries? My heart rate accelerated. The Victoria Crane Children's Foundation was renowned for funding life-saving surgeries for underprivileged children. Injudicate to launder money meant those surgeries would never happen. Keep your voice down, Melissa hissed, glancing at me. It's not like she understands anyway. Laura studied my reflection in the mirror. For a terrifying moment, I thought my cover was blown. Instead, she asked me in slow, deliberate English, do you have children? I hesitated, then nodded, pulling out my phone to show her a photo of my niece, the child I'd been using as my fictional daughter in my cover story. Beautiful, Laura said softly. She turned back to Melissa. Tell Victor I want to meet tomorrow. This isn't happening. After they left, I immediately contacted my handler. We had enough to move on the money laundering charges, but the foundation revelation changed everything. Children's lives were at stake. 2 days later, we raided Horizon Imports. The look on Victor's face when I walked in with the tactical team badge displayed. Speaking perfect English was almost worth the 6 months of cleaning toilets. What nobody expected was Laura Crane turning state's witness against her husband. She provided evidence not just on the money laundering, but on tax fraud and embezzlement we hadn't even known about. At the sentencing, she approached me that day in the bathroom. You understood everything, didn't you? Not then, she said. But I saw something in your eyes when I showed you my daughter's picture. A recognition that went beyond language. Sometimes the most important conversations happen when we think no one is listening, and sometimes being invisible is the most powerful position in the room.